Good morning dear students, welcome to chemistry class. So in previous class we discussed about Lothair-Weir arrangement and also we studied about the Mendeleev's periodic table. So in that we discussed about Mendeleev's periodic law and the characteristic features of Mendeleev's periodic table and advantages of Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so in today's session we will discuss about the limitations or defects or drawbacks of a Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so here demerits or defects of Mendeleev's periodic table. So here when we consider the first demerit, so separate place for isotopes were not assigned in Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so in Mendeleev's periodic table there is no place for isotopes. According to Mendeleev's, here we have to arrange the elements in the increasing order of their atomic weight. So when we consider the Mendeleev's periodic law, so here the isotope should have the different place in a periodic table. Okay, so for example when we consider the isotopes of hydrogen, okay, so hydrogen have 3 isotopes. So first one is protium, second one is deuterium, third one is tritium. Okay, so according to Mendeleev's periodic table, so here these 3 isotopes of hydrogen should have the 3 different place in a Mendeleev's periodic table, but he couldn't give the separate place for isotopes. So this is the first drawback of a Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so when we consider the second drawback, so here the second drawback is the wrong order of atomic masses of some elements were not explained. So here Mendeleev arranged the elements in a increasing order of their atomic weight, but in some place he couldn't arrange the elements in the form of increasing order of their atomic weights. For example, so when we consider the potassium and argon, so here potassium atomic weight is 39.1 and argon is 39.9. Okay, so even though argon has the highest atomic weight when compared to the potassium, so here the argon is placed before the potassium in a Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ potassium atomic weight ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 39.1 ಇದೆ, argon ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 39.9 ಇದೆ. ಸೊ increasing order ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ potassium ನ ಬದಲು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ argon ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. But in the Mendeleev's periodic table, so argon is placed first, then potassium is placed in the Mendeleev's periodic table, and he couldn't explain the displacement or the wrong order of atomic masses of some elements in a Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so argon ನ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಟು, ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ potassium ನ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅವರು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಯಾವುದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ದು ಸೇಮ್ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋದರು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟೋಮಿಕ್ ವೇಟ್ ತೋರಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಮ್ಮು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಗಾನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಿಯಾನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಸೊ ನಿಯಾನ್ದು ಅರ್ಗಾನ್ದು ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ಹಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ದ ಅರ್ಗಾನ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಿ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಮ್ ಇವನ್ ದೋ ದ ಅರ್ಗಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ the greater atomic weight when compared to potassium. Similarly, when we consider the cobalt and nickel, okay, so cobalt and nickel, so here the atomic mass of a cobalt is 58.9 and nickel is 58.6. okay, so even though the cobalt has the large atomic weight, so this is placed before the nickel. okay, so nickel the atomic weight ಏನಿದೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಒನ್ ಇದೆ when compared to cobalt. so increasing order ಅಂತಲೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಕ್ಕಲ್ ಬರೆದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋಬಾಲ್ಟ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ he placed cobalt first then nickel. okay, so these are the some wrong order of atomic masses, so where we are going to observe in the Mendeleev's periodic table. So and he couldn't explain why he placed the potassium before argon and same way the cobalt before nickel. okay, so this is the second drawback of a Mendeleev's periodic table. He couldn't explain the wrong order of atomic masses of elements were placed in the Mendeleev's periodic table. okay, so when we consider the third one, so here dissimilar elements are placed in a same group. okay, so here in Mendeleev's periodic table he arranged some elements which were do not have a similar properties. So when we consider the first group in the Mendeleev's periodic table, that consists lithium, sodium and potassium. With lithium, sodium, potassium, so it is also consists copper, gold and silver. okay, so copper, silver and gold ಏನಿದಾವು so in presence of lithium, sodium, potassium, so first group ನಲ್ಲಿ so copper, gold ಮತ್ತು copper, silver, gold ಏನಿದಾವು so they are also present in a first group. okay, so when we consider the property of these elements and these elements, so they are differ from each other. okay, so lithium, sodium, potassium property, copper, gold, iron compare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ they are differ from each other, but he placed the dissimilar elements in a same group and he couldn't explain why he placed the dissimilar elements in a same group. okay, so this is the third limitation of a Mendeleev's periodic table. And fourth one is some similar elements were placed in different groups. okay, so Mendeleev's periodic table ನಲ್ಲಿ so ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸೊ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇವರು ಸೊ ಯಾವುದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೇನು ಸೊ ಏನು ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ನ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ copper and mercury. okay, so copper and mercury, so they execute the same property, but he placed the copper and mercury in a different groups and he couldn't explain why he placed the elements which have the same properties in a different groups. okay, so this is the fourth drawback of a Mendeleev's periodic table. Fifth one, correct position for hydrogen weight not assigned. In a Mendeleev's periodic table, he couldn't give the correct position for a hydrogen. Okay, so he placed the hydrogen in a first group with the alkali metals. Okay, so because the hydrogen, it has the similar property or resembles properties with the alkali metals. Okay, so like alkali metals, when hydrogen reacts with the oxygen and halogens and the oxygen, halogen and sulfur, it is going to execute the same properties as the alkali metals execute. Okay, so when we consider the alkali metals like a sodium, okay, so when it reacts with the oxygen, it is going to form a sodium oxide. So same way, when hydrogen reacts with the water, it is going to form a water. So here next, when the sodium reacts with the sulfur, it is going to form a Na2S. Okay, so same way, when hydrogen reacts with the sulfur, it is going to form a H2S. So same way, when the sodium reacts with any halogens like a fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Okay, so here it is going to form a respective halides. Okay, so same way, when the hydrogen reacts with the halogens, it is going to form a respective halides. Okay, so it is also going to form a respective fluorides, chlorides, bromides and iodides when it reacts with the halogens. Okay, so as like alkali metals, so it is going to react with the oxygen, sulfur and halogen to form a same formulated compounds. Okay, so now Na2O, so either the formula ಏನಿದೆ same ಇದೆನಾ. So next Na2S H2S, so formula ಏನಿದೆ same ಇದೆ. NaF HF, so ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಏನಿದೆ formula same ಇದೆ. So that's why hydrogen, so it is going to execute the resemblance property with the alkali metals. Okay, so as like alkali metals, when it reacts with the oxygen, sulfur and halogens, it is going to form a same formulated compounds. Okay, so this is the fourth limitations. But when we consider the hydrogen, so this is also resembles with the halogens. Okay, so when we consider the properties of hydrogens, okay, so ಈಗ ನಾವು halogens na ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ they are exist in the form of diatomic molecules. Okay, so fluorine ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಇದು F2 ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಐತಿ, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಯಾವುದು Cl2 ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಐತಿ, ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ Br2 ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಐತಿ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ halogens, so here hydrogen also exists in the form of diatomic molecule. Okay, so diatomic molecule ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ hydrogen execute ಮಾಡ್ತೈತೆ. That means the hydrogen, it is going to execute both the resemblance properties with the alkali metals as well as with the halogens. But here in case of Mendeleev's periodic table, hydrogen is placed in the first group with the alkali metals. Okay, so same way hydrogen as like a halogens, so when it reacts with the metals, it is going to form a ionic compounds. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗದು ಏನು ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ, ಈಗ ಏನು ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಅವೇನಿದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇವು ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಇದೆ, ಸೋಡಿಯಮ್ಮು ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ, ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ metallic compound, so this is also going to form a ionic compounds. Okay, so metal ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ionic compound ನ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. So that means here the hydrogen will execute the resemblance property with the alkali metals and as well as with the halogens, but it is placed in the first group elements with the alkali metals. Okay, so that is not a correct position for a hydrogen. So this is the another drawback of a Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so here the Mendeleev's periodic table could not explain the cause of periodicity in properties of elements. Okay, so Mendeleev's periodic table, it couldn't explain why there is a periodicity in a properties of elements. Okay, so when we consider the first group elements like a lithium, sodium and potassium, so here after certain intervals of atomic masses, so here the elements which were present below that elements, they are going to execute the same physical and chemical property. So this physical and chemical properties are, so here they are going to repeat at a certain intervals of atomic weight, and he couldn't explain why that is going to happen. Okay, so ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, just so after certain intervals there is a repetition of chemical and physical properties of elements ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ physical properties chemical properties ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಸೊ Mendeleev's ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, explain ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. So this is the another drawback of a Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so when we consider the last drawback, so here last drawback is separate position for lanthanides and actinides were not given in Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so in Mendeleev's periodic table he couldn't give the separate place for lanthanides and actinoids. Okay, so lanthanides ಮತ್ತು actinoids ನ ಸೊ ಏನು periodic table ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇವಕ್ಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನ ಅವರು ಏನು ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ the drawbacks of a Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so due to here because of the contribution of Mendeleev's towards the arrangement of elements, so here he is called as a father of periodic table. Okay, so Mendeleev's na father of periodic table ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ for his contribution, the 101th element. Okay, so 101th element is called as a Mendelevium. Okay, so Mendelevium so contribution ಗೆ so 101th element ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದರದ್ದು ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ, Mendelevium ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, so next we will discuss about the modern periodic table. At the time of Mendeleev's periodic table, so scientists were they don't know about the subatomic particles. Okay, so ಆ ಟೈಮ್ನೊಳಗೇನು ಸೊ subatomic particles ಇನ್ನೂ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ at the beginning of 20th century the subatomic particles were discovered. Okay, so then the scientist, English scientist named so Henry Moseley, who explained explained that the atomic numbers are the fundamental properties of ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವೆ, ಸಾರಿ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಹಿ ಗೇವ್ ದಿ ಲಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದೇನು ಮೆಂಡ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಲಾ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಲಾನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಸೊ ಆ ಲಾನ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಲಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿ ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಲಾ, modern periodic law, so physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic number. So here the modern periodic table is completely depends on the atomic number. So Mendeleev's periodic table, that is completely explained with the atomic weight, but here the modern periodic table, this is explained with the atomic number. Okay, so here the modern periodic law, it explains that the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic number. Okay, so it means that, so here the physical and chemical properties of elements are going to repeat after certain intervals of atomic number. Okay, so when we arrange the elements in a increasing order of their atomic number, the properties, chemical and physical properties of elements, they are going to repeat after certain intervals of the atomic number. So this is the modern periodic table, sorry, modern periodic law. Okay, so modern periodic table antandre, so that is also considered as a modern long form of a periodic table. So when we consider the modern long form of periodic table, so that looks like this. So this is the modern periodic table. Okay, so modern periodic table nodlikke ee type ide. So when we consider the modern periodic table, so here the elements are arranged in the modern periodic table with respect to atomic number. Okay, so in modern periodic table, so elements are arranged in a increasing order of their atomic number. Okay, so illi main agi ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so construction of periodic table, that is totally depends on the electronic configuration. Okay, so ನಮ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, electronic configuration after certain intervals of times it is going to repeat ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ವೇಲೆನ್ಸಿ electronic configuration ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ when you consider the modern periodic table, so here it consists 7 horizontal rows and 8 vertical columns. Okay, so these 7 horizontal rows are called as a periods. Okay, so 7 in horizontal rows irtavalla, so these 7 horizontal rows are called as a periods, and it consists 18 vertical columns. Okay, so even 18 vertical columns irtavalla, so they are considered as a groups. Okay, so in the long form of periodic table, it consists totally 7 horizontal rows and 18 vertical columns. So Mendeleev's periodic table nalli enagittu, so it consists 7 horizontal rows and 8 vertical columns. Okay, so 63 elements discover ಆಗಿದ್ವು, 63 elements ನ 8 columns ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 8 groups 7 periods ನಲ್ಲಿ arrange ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. So in modern periodic table, so here we have 118 elements. Okay, so these 118 elements are arranged in the 7 horizontal rows. That rows are called periods, and same the 18 vertical columns, that 8 vertical columns are called as groups. Okay, so here we are going to place some elements at the bottom place of a periodic table. Okay, so idanna ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ placing ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು later class ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ, discussion ಮಾಡೋಣ. So here when we consider the groups, so there are totally 18 vertical columns are there, and the total 18 vertical columns are called as groups. Okay, so when we consider the, so here the groups consist the series of elements. Okay, so each group consists a series of elements. So for example, when we consider the first group, okay, so first group consists lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Okay, so these are the elements which were present in the first group. This series of elements, they have the same physical and chemical properties. Okay, so when we consider the electronic configuration, so here, so electronic configuration also resembles valence shell electronic configuration ಏನು ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, similar ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. So when we consider the lithium, the electronic configuration of lithium is 1s2 2s1. Okay, so when we consider the electronic configuration of sodium, so here this is neon 3s1. For potassium, argon 4s1. Next for rubidium, krypton 5s1. For cesium, xenon 6s1. Next for francium, radon 7s1. Okay, so these are the electronic configuration of a first group element. Okay, so when we consider the valence shell electronic configuration, okay, 1s1 1s1 1s1. so ella orbitals nolgu ಏನೈತಿ 1 electron. so similar orbitals ಇದಾವೆ, s orbitals ಇದಾವು. so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ just principal quantum number ಏನೈತಿ change ಐತಿ, ಬಿಟ್ರ orbital ಎಲ್ಲ same ಐತಿ. okay, so they have the similar electronic configuration. okay, so next when we consider the physical and chemical property, so there is some trend in the physical and chemical property. so down the group there may be a increase in the physical and chemical property or decrease in the physical and chemical property. so that trend we will discuss in our later session. so this is all about the groups. okay, so when we consider a first group, okay, so here the first group, this group is called as a alkali group. First group is called as a alkaline alkali group. so here the first group ನ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ, ಅಲ್ಕಲಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ. ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಲ್ಕಲಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಕಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿನೂ ಕರೀತಾರ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಅಲ್ಕಲಿ metals. okay, so ಯಾಕೆ alkali metals ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ when they react with oxygen or water, okay, so they are going to form a alkali solution. okay, so when sodium react with water, so here it is going to form a sodium hydroxide. so this is the alkali solution. so same way when potassium reacts with the water, So here it is going to form a potassium hydroxide. So this is also alkali solution. Whenever they are going to react with the water or oxygen, so it is they are going to form a alkali solution. That's why they are called as a alkali metals or a alkali groups. Okay, so here when we consider the second group, so second groups are called alkaline earth metals. Second groups are called alkaline earth metals. Why they are called alkaline earth metals? So illi alkaline earth metal antandre second group elements adavalla, so they do not exist pure form in a earth crust. Earth crust nalli enilla free form alli athwa pure form alli exist illa. They are exist in the form of oxides or else hydroxides. Okay, oxide form alli adru exist irtave athwa hydroxide form alli adru exist irtave. So that's why they are called as a alkaline earth metals. Okay, so when we consider the elements in a 3rd to 12th group, so these are called as a transition elements. ಸೊ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಕನ್ನಡದೊಳಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಕ್ರಮಣ ಧಾತುಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಸಂಕ್ರಮಣ ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ಫೆಸ್ಟಿವಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಸೀಸನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ ಏನೋ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಸೀಸನಿಂದ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಸೀಸನ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸಂಕ್ರಮಣನ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಸಂಕ್ರಮಣ ಧಾತುಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹೈಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಲೋಜನ್ಸು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುವಲಿ ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಏನು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ that transfer of properties from highly electropositive to highly electronegative. ಏನು highly electropositive ಇಂದ highly electronegative ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅದೇನು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೈಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಟು ಹೈಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ negative behavior. So that's why they are called as a transition elements. Okay, so when we consider the 13th group element, so 13th group element, that is considered as a boron, ಸೊ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ಸೊ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾವ ಬರ್ತಾವು, so here boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium and nihonium. So these are the elements which were present in the 13th group. Okay, so 13th group nalli first element yaudu, so boron irodrinda so these groups elements are called as a boron family. Okay, so next one is 14th group element. So 14th group element is called carbon family. So carbon family ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವು, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, so these are the So these are the elements which were present in the 14th group. So here the 14th group elements are called as a carbon family because the first element in the 14th group is carbon. That's why this one is called as a carbon family. So here the members of carbon families are, so here the carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead and flerovium. So these are the elements which were present in the 14th group. So here when we consider the 15th group, so 15th group elements are called as a nitrogen family. So these are the elements which were present in the nitrogen family. Okay, so nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth and marcovium. So these are the elements which were present in the nitrogen family. So in this, so nitrogen is the first element in a 15th group, so that's why this is called as a nitrogen family. Okay, so when we consider the 16th group elements, so 16th group elements, they are called as a oxygen family or chalcogens. They are also called as a chalcogens. So why they are called as a chalcogens? So here these families are going to form a ore. Okay, so they are called as a ore former. ಓರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಅರ್ತ್ ಕ್ರಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಓರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಐದರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಓರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೇನು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವು? So these are the elements which were present in the oxygen family: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium and livermorvium. So here these are the elements which were present in oxygen family. So here oxygen is the first element, that's why it is called oxygen family, and also it is called as a chalcogens because they are the ore formers. And here the oxygen, the elements which were present in the oxygen family, so they exist in a both form. So they exist in a free form and also in the combined form. Free form ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ಸಲ್ಫರ್, ಸೆಲೆನಿಯಂ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲೂ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದಾವು. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವೇನು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ, ಸೊ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲೂ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರಿಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ the 16th group. Okay, so when we consider the 17th group, so 17th group elements are called as a halogens. So here they are the salt formers. So when they react with the metals, they are going to form a salts. So that's why they are called as a salt formers. So here the elements in halogens are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. So these are the elements which were present in the halogens. Okay, so here these 17th group elements are called as a halogens. They are the salt formers. So when we consider the 18th group elements, so 18th group elements are called as a noble gas elements or a noble gases. So noble gas ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so they are most stable elements in the periodic table. Okay, so they are the most stable elements. ಸೊ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲವು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ periodic table. Now we will discuss about the periods. So in modern periodic table there are 7 horizontal rows are there. So that 7 horizontal rows are called as a periods. Okay. So here the period which starts from the alkali metals and ends with the noble gases. Okay. So it is starts from first group. That first group consists alkali metals. So first group nalli yavidave alkali metals and it will ends with the noble gases. Okay. So this is about the groups. Okay. So there are totally 7 groups are there. So first group, second group, third group, 7 periods are there. 4th period, 5th period, 6th period and 7th period. Okay. So here 7 horizontal rows, they are called as a periods. Okay. So when we consider the first period, so here the one that is also represents the n value. Okay. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So avenadavalla. So they are nothing but the principal quantum number. Okay. So even explain ಮಾಡ್ತವಂತಂದ್ರೆ so they explains about the valency shell electronic configuration. So ಈಗ element first period ಒಳಗೆ ಐತಂತಂದ್ರ so ಅಲ್ಲಿ the element ಒಳಗ so electrons so one first ಏನು principal quantum number ನಲ್ಲೇ present ಇರ್ತಾವು. So here if the element it is present in a second period, that means so here in the element, so a element olaga atom nalli, so here the valence electrons which were present in the second principal quantum number. For example, first principal quantum number antugondvi, so ಇದು first ಏನು period ನಲ್ಲಿ hydrogen present ಇದೆ. first period ನಲ್ಲಿ hydrogen ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so electronic configuration ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 1s1. okay. So here the one that represents the principal quantum number where the electrons are located. So same way here this period number they are also represents the principal quantum number where the valency electrons are present in an atom of an element. okay. ಆ element ನಲ್ಲಿ so valency electron ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು valency ಶೆಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಆ ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಶೆಲ್ ನ ಯಾವುದು ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದಿ ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಶೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಅಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ನೌ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ the first shell, so here when we consider the periods, and principal quantum number and number of elements. Okay. So in first period, so here the principal quantum number for first period is 1. okay. So here maximum 2 electrons are placed in the first period. So in second period the principal quantum number is 2. So here the maximum we are going to place 8 electron in a second period. So when we consider third period, so here the principal quantum number is 3. So here we are going to place totally 8 elements in a third period. So in fourth period, so principal quantum number is 4. So here totally 18 elements are present. In fifth period, principal quantum number is 5. So there are totally 18 elements were present in the fifth period. In a sixth period, So here principal quantum number is 6. So here there are totally 32 elements which were present in the 6th period. So when we consider 7th period, there are totally the principal quantum number is 7 and there are totally 32 elements which were present in the 7th period. Okay, so this is about the period. Okay, so when we consider the periods, so here the first period is the shortest period and the 6th and 7th periods are the longest periods. Okay, so when we consider the 14 elements of a 6th and 5th period, so they are placed at the bottom place of a periodic table. So agal periodic table draw ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ತೆಳಗೊಂದು ಏನೋ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಹಾಕಿತ್ತು ಹೌದಾ, ತೆಳಗೊಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು 14 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆ 14 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ, ಇನ್ನರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ elements. So 14 elements ಏನಿದಾವಲ್ಲ, so they are called as a inner transition elements. So here the first transition element, that is lanthanoid, and second transition element, that is actinoids. Okay, so lanthanoid starts from 58 atomic number 58 to 71. So next actinoids, they are starts from 90 to 103. So these are the elements which were located at the bottom place of a periodic table and they are called as a inner transition elements. So these are lanthanoids and these are actinoids. Okay, so this is about the periodic table. Okay, so these are the periods which were present in the periodic table. So in today's session we discussed about drawbacks of Mendeleev's periodic table, and next we discussed about the modern periodic tables. In that we discussed about groups and periods of a modern periodic table. I hope you understood about today's session. We will meet in our next session. Thank you.